Hello, Ryan here. In this tutorial, we are going to go through some campaign training as well as some script training on your work from home position with the HOPE program regarding the customer service position slash credit repair. That's what you'll be doing as far as helping our clients with the information they fill out or requesting some credit repair. Okay, so the campaign itself, it's very simple, very short phone calls. What happens is the clients fill out a form online requesting some help with getting their credit fixed up. Okay, there's two different places where our leads come from. The majority of our leads will be coming from creditrepair.com. So the clients went to creditrepair.com, they filled out a form, and from there, requested for us to give them a call, and then we give them a call, and then we let them know, hi, you filled out the form at creditrepair.com, and let's see what we can do for you, and you go into the script. It's the second place where our leads come from. It's a little bit different of a lead, a little bit tougher of a sale. And these people filled out a survey online. This one particularly comes from originalcruisegiveaway.com, and on that survey, they hit the button saying yes, they would like some information on credit repair, and then that goes into our system. So we give them a call and let them know, hey, you recently filled out a survey online and requesting some information on credit repair. So let's see what we can do for you. So that's where our leads come from. And it's very important to know exactly where the client came from. As if it's creditrepair.com, we don't want to let them know they went to Original Cruise Giveaway because they won't know what we're talking about. So during your Visadial training tutorial, in the comment box, that's where it'll let you know where they went to, if it was creditrepair.com or Original Cruise Giveaway, so that way you can let them know, hey, this is where you went to, this is how we got your info, and we're here to help you out on whatever credit needs you may need help with. So starting from the script, it's a very simple, easy script. Okay. The first thing we want to do is let them know why we're calling them. Obviously, they went and filled out a form for credit repair. They're going to ask them some questions, and then from there, we're going to talk to them about getting their credit evaluation. Okay. We work with a company called Lexington Law. They're the #1 credit repair bureau in the nation. Lexington Law has been around for 22 years. They have a lot of experience. They have attorneys and paralegals that do their credit repair, so that way they know the ins and outs of the laws, and they have different plans and prices and things like that for the customers. So it's a really good contract we have with them. They've been working with us for for a very long time, since we've been around, and that's where our credit specialists are located, and that's who takes care of the credit evaluations, that helps our clients with their needs on credit repair. So if you needed to, I definitely look up Lexington Law, go to their website, get a little bit more knowledge on them. A little bit more knowledge will definitely help out with the sales part of it, getting people to go with Lexington Law and buying a credit repair and things like that. So this is it is a customer service position, but also it does take some sales technique in order to get get the people to budge and get credit repair, things like that. So so going through the scripts, this person came from creditrepair.com. Right on the top it says hello, is this client names. We say hello, is this John Smith? This is Ryan Johnson. How are you doing today? I'm showing here that you wanted to find out some options on repairing your credit. Is this something that we can help you in? Let us know yes or no. So a lot of times people will say no, I'm not interested, whatever it may be. So if they're not interested, if they say no, well, you can carry it on from there and say, well, okay, you're not interested, but at some point you were. You have like a particular goal in mind on why you wanted to look into getting your credit fixed. A lot of people they have a goal, they want to become a homeowner or apply for a car loan. So maybe if we bring that goal back to their mind and say, yeah, I would like to become a homeowner, we'll say, good. I mean, when to become a homeowner, it starts with your credit. We can get your credit on the right track, so that way that we can make that goal. We can help you accomplish that goal into becoming a homeowner. Okay, so no, if they say no, just keep trying to push it. See what keep be creative and get them to stay on the line and hopefully convert them and say, yeah, okay, let's follow through with this. So they say yes, going to the script. Okay, great. Let's start off by asking you a few questions to see where you're at with your credit at this time. So the first question we ask is, are you over the age of 18? All right, this is a pretty important question. You'd be surprised at how many people we get that's under the age of 18 that was just filling out a form. Maybe they were filling out the surveys and they were trying to win a cruise for their parents or something like that. We get it all the time. So we want to make sure they're over the age of 18. Okay. And then once we know that they are, then we proceed. If they're not under the age of, if they are under the age of 18, then we need to politely, let them know that, this is for people who are over the age of 18. I'm sorry, for the inconvenience, but we cannot continue. Okay, so make sure we disconnect the call. All right, so once we know they're over the age of 18, then we're going to ask them, when is the last time you looked at your credit report and score? So a lot of these people, they fill out this form very recently. And while they're filling out the form, generally they want to know, what their credit report and score is at this time, or at that time they filled it out. So a lot of people, they would be, pretty recently that they, looked at their credit report and score. Usually it's, just their TransUnion. They might have went to, Credit Karma or something like that. But generally they don't know all three. Or they just know their credit report and not their score. So there's a lot of different scenarios that can play out. So depending on their answer, usually if somebody tells me, I just pulled my credit report yesterday, I'll say, okay, well, great. What was your score when you pulled it? Then they'll let me know, it's in the 500s. Typically, the majority of people are in the mid to upper 500s. Other than that, we'll get a lot of people in the upper 400s, and then a handful of people in the lower 600s, and just a very few people who are 650 and above. So I'll ask them, okay, so when's the last time you looked at your credit report? Like, okay, I pulled it yesterday, and my score was 530. No matter what their score is, you want to say, okay, great, that's not bad at all. We definitely want to help you, get everything on the right track, and get you to what you need your credit score to be, in order to have good credit. And then from there, when you look at your score, going to the next question, what negative items are currently on your credit report that you're aware of? Sometimes, a lot of times people say, well, I didn't see any, negative items on there, but from the top of their head, they might know some. A lot of people say hospital bills, student loans is a big one, debt collections from, the cable company or the cell phone carrier, whatever it may be. Just get a good idea of some items that could be on there. And while you're asking these questions and are giving you the answer, keep a little mental note, or if you have to, jot a couple notes down on a scrap piece of paper, because when we transfer them to Lexington Law, we're going to give the Lexington Law agent a brief, synopsis of, what's going on with the client, okay? So once the client, lets us, know, what, negative items are on there, then the last question we ask is, what are your goals after you repair your credit?